So, let's talk about it. The situation with Jermaine Burton is very, very muddy. It has been all season, it feels like. And Duke Tobin did not make it any less muddy, which is kind of expected, to be honest, because, listen, it's like every single week I feel like something else came out about Jermaine Burton, and none of it was positive. It was all negative stuff. So here's what Duke Tobin had to say about the situation. He said he's done nothing, and he's going to have to start doing something quickly. Which, to be honest, starting off with that quick sentence, yeah, no, he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. Roster spots are not guaranteed in the NFL. No one is guaranteed to make a 53-man roster, no matter what. And at the end of the day, this upcoming season, we're going to come down to a 53-man roster cut. And we're going to have to decide who's the best players for this roster. And if Jermaine Burton continues to have the offseason, the hell, as he has throughout this season, well, that roster spot is going to be very, very muddy. And, well, there's a chance he doesn't make the roster at the end of the day. Now, of course, he was a third-round draft pick. So there is some capital put into him, but it's not enough for him to continue to, as Duke said, do nothing and expect to be on this team much longer. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You just kind of have to go with that. He continued to say, this is a professional football. This is professional football. You have to take accountability. You have to be accountable to your teammates, your coaches, and the teams that you are playing for. And he has to figure that out. He's got to figure that out fast. He's a very talented player, and we knew that there was risk in taking him. That's another kind of questionable situation with Duke. He knew that this guy was a problem in college, but he drafted him anyway. Sometimes, no matter how much talent a player has, their ability mentally can hinder them greatly. We knew the rewards in taking him. We knew what both of those are. We're hoping for the rewards. We're giving him the resources he needs to get those rewards. But at the end of the day, you can't want it more for somebody than they want it for themselves. And we're hoping that Jermaine figures that out. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Reading that doesn't spell confidence. It doesn't spell that Duke Tobin is confident that Jermaine will figure it out. That's more or less like, hey, we don't know what else to do. The ball's in his court. And we're just going to hope that, things go better or else it's done. And, we messed up. This is I messed up, done messed up, Aaron. Like, that's kind of how I'm reading this. Maybe I'm reading this a little bit incorrectly, but I'm reading this as, hey, we did our best. We understood that there was a chance that this guy could be a bust, depending on his actions, and we tried our best. But at the end of the day, it didn't work out. That's kind of how I'm reading this. And listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is when it comes to him. If it works out, it works out. But as Duke said, and he's not wrong on that, this comes down to him and only him. No one can make or fix this problem in reality other than Jermaine Burton. Jermaine Burton is the guy who has to fix this issue. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. Again, it sucks so bad, too, because as Duke says, and he's not wrong, he has more talent than anything. This guy has more talent than most wide receivers in the NFL. And it really just comes down to mentals. It comes down to putting that crap together and figuring your crap out and acting like a damn adult. And clearly that's easier said than done. Clearly that's easier said than done at the end of the day. We'll have to wait and see how this turns out. But I'm wishing the best for Jermaine Burton. I really am. But, you want to get so many chances at the NFL. As Duke said, this is a professional football league. You know, we can't sit here with our thumb up our butt and hope that eventually things get worked out. You know, that's not how it works. The football is way too fast. The NFL, it's a very fast industry. It's not very slow. Things happen left, right, and center over and over and over again. You just kind of have to keep pace with it or you get left behind. So, hopefully, Jermaine figures it out, because if not, well, we're going to have to draft another receiver. And listen, like, for example, last year, Isaiah Williams, we picked him up free agency. We picked him off of free agency. You know, we actually got him from the practice squad of the Lions. And he actually came in and looked pretty damn good competing with Jermaine Burton. He actually played. He wasn't a mental head case. He was mature about it. And I got to give him a lot of props for that, because he actually showed us there is an option there. So, and again, you know, there's 53 men fighting for one roster spot here, for this wide receiver spot. 53 men fighting for this Jermaine Burton spot. If you don't show that you want it, somebody else will. If you don't show that you can be the guy, someone else is going to show they can be the guy. And it's the idea of, like, when they say, like, hey, if we fire you, there will be 20 people ready to take your job tomorrow. That's like the motto that a lot of businesses will tell you if you work in retail. I worked in retail for 5 years. And they will tell you that, hey, if you want to quit. Because guess what? There's 20 people ready to take your job in a second. And the sad part is, with the NFL, it's way more than 20. Retail might have 20 people in the line ready to go. The NFL, there is over thousands, tens of thousands, 20 of thousands of people who, the second they get that call, they're on the plane, ready to go over there and ready to take your job. Within milliseconds, they're ready to go. So, especially, you get to play with Joe Burrow, okay? You get to play with a quarterback like Joe Burrow. Oh yeah, there's people ready to go. Milliseconds. Not even the question. Like, nobody's gonna even... No. Not even a question. Second that becomes available, they're on that plane flying straight over to the Bengals. Peace out, guys.